You want to pad that account of yours? The mission boards are the way to do it.
So wait, say that again. You think I'm home?
Stop playing games. We both know your real name is Lionel Soto, and
You
you
looking to
know why
start
I'm
something?
here.
Who are you? Fleet? Ecliptic? An independent?
I've spent 2 long years and every credit I had looking for you, just so I could look you in the eye before I pulled the trigger.
Hey, what's with the gun? There must be some mistake. I honestly don't know who you are.
Of course you don't know who I am. You're never concerned with the death you leave in your wake, in your pursuit of greed. You killed my husband, you son of a bitch! And now I'm going to kill you!
Recruit.
Such a terrible shame. All that time and money she wasted. Ah, well. Better get rid of the body.
Hello, love. I shall do as you ask. But
In the fleet.
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only Rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself. Boss. Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvorov for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lock cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it. Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC System. Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting. And I suppose they can't possibly wait until we get down there? Fine. What is it? There is no deal. You and Mathis are two sides of the same coin. A couple of Rooks fighting for a spot in the fleet. Only problem is that he is down a ship and you are not, which puts you ahead. Just barely. Who knows? Maybe he'll get lucky and you won't make it off Suvorov in one piece. It's cold. Bitter cold. Just about the last place you would want to find yourself without heat. The few living things that can survive the extreme temperatures are constantly fighting to stay at the top of the food chain. The Crimson Fleet called Suvorov the White Hell. To me, it's paradise. Someone up here pisses me off enough, I send them down to the surface for a little overnight visit. Snaps them right back into line. The UC built the lock as a supermax prison a little under... well, it must have been at least 100 years ago. Before that, those concha de sus madres marooned prisoners on the planet's surface and left them to their own devices. As you can imagine, these turned into some kind of demented survival of the fittest. Prisoners killing each other for a chance at meager supplies. Luckily, some whistleblowers back in New Atlantis saw this as cruel and unusual punishment and pressured the UC into building the facility. 5 years after the prison was completed, Crix touched off the riots that overran the lock and eventually the key. Nobody knows exactly what went down. I mean, there's all sorts of rumors. Crix was in prison for almost 5 years, and judging from the look of the facility, every moment must have been miserable. I suppose he just got fed up and decided to take matters into his own hands. Got the prisoners behind them and kept pushing until he reached the key. The cojones on that guy. UC's toughest supermax prison, and he just waltzed the hell out of there like it was nothing. I would love to have been a part of that. Fine, then get moving.
you need credits, hit up the mission boards at the core.
If you want us to... under the radar, I've got just the thing.
Hey, champ. I'm including this month's list of parts I need for the key. Don't bust a gut. It's hefty, but I know you can handle it. I'm gonna need a lot more than usual this time. I'm planning to overhaul the entire electrical system before it completely shorts out. Oh yeah, thanks for sending over the key's reactor specs. I can't tell you exactly why I needed those. Bell said to keep it hush-hush. As far as next month's shipment, start scrounging up some parts so I can spruce up our defensive batteries. They're looking kind of rusty. Well, I guess that's it for now.
Neither are safe.
I'll have my
Depends
people
on
in New
how you wanna
Atlantis
die.
drop off the
Do you
payment
want
at
your
the
heart to stop
spaceport.
from continuous voltage,
Just make sure you aren't
freak out
being
and
followed.
exit?
We wouldn't want the UC to know they're providing replacement parts to the Crimson Fleet.
When I electrocute someone, best to use that gun.
About time you got here.
I told you you were wasting your time, Del.
Yeah? We will see. And Mathis, I am running things around here, so keep your mouth shut. You got that?
Fine.
All right. Listen up, because I am only going to go through this once. We are here to dig up any info about Grix's legacy. We are not here to scrap for loot. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get creative, bring it straight to me. It's so simple, even a rook like you can't screw it up.
Hold on, no scrapping. How the hell am I supposed to make money around here?
All right, that's enough. If either of you want to fly with the Crimson Fleet, then you need to follow one simple rule. When you're on a job, you do exactly what I say. No questions asked. If that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on this ice ball without a ship. You will be dead within hours.
Yeah.
We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock, so let's get moving.
Heard us out.
Time for some fun! place where Jasper Griggs laid the groundwork for finding the Legacy and eventually the Crimson Fleet. The Lock. Here we are.
Yeah? Oh, good. I don't want the place collapsing on us.
I've been down here several times in the last few years. As long as we keep the damage to a minimum, we shouldn't have any problems. All right, let's keep moving. Standing out here isn't doing us any good. This ID card cost a small fortune. Let's hope it pays off. We are in. Registered the prisoners before transferring them to a cell block. Could you imagine being stuck under a ton of ice like this for the rest of your life?
Yeah, sure. Must have been awful. Better them than us, though, am I right?
Wait, shut up a second. Did you hear?
Huh? Take cover! Now!
Must be a nest. I bet these things are crawling all over the place.
Yeah, and their buddies probably heard us firing from about a kilometer away. Hallelujah. If we weren't on this job with Delgado, I'd drop you for saying that.
Enough already! I should have known better than to bring both of you at the same time. Now let's see. Looks like we are inside some sort of prisoner transfer area, but everything is locked down tight. Since you are such good friends, why don't you and Mathis head up to that control room and see if you can get some more of these doors open?
Ice and rock must be several meters thick. God damn it, we're cut off. Hey, Del, can you hear me? Del! Shit. There's no way we're getting through here. Well, this is just great. The hell are we supposed to do now? The plan? Who gives a shit about the plan? Let's face it, we're on our own now. Why? Because that's what his loyal little soldiers are supposed to do? The hell with that. I have a better plan. We use this opportunity to take out Delgado, and at the same time, make some serious credits for ourselves. Oh, come on. We're just a couple of rooks. When are we ever gonna have a chance like this again? Let's pretend for a second Delgado's correct, and there's information here about Crix's legacy. Once we get rid of him, we'll dig up the garbage ourselves and sell whatever we find to Neva. We'll be rolling in credits. Oh, fine. Suit yourself. You know, for a second there, I was almost starting to respect you. Now, let's find a way out of here. I guess that's one way through.
Okay, Zouch. What the hell was so important that you had to drag me all the way out of A Block at this hour?
You know Jasper Crick's over in D Block? He's busting out of here, and he wants me to join him.
Crix really thinks he can bust out of the lock? Why the hell am I just hearing about it now?
Crick's only told the few people he trusts. He even told us to keep it to ourselves. He'll cut our throats.
Then why the hell are you telling me?
Come on, I gotta explain this. It's because I like you, Rickard. And I want you to come with me. We've been meeting in the storeroom for months to, well, you know. I was hoping we had something a little more than that.
Damn, Zouch.
Look at this dog.
I
can't imagine
didn't
being
know you
stuck
cared
in
that
there.
much.
Poor bastards.
You give me the signal and I'll... Oh, shit. Wait, I forgot to turn off the recording.
Recording? What the hell, Rickard?
We never meet down here this late. I thought you were gonna kill me, alright?
Kill you? Good God, no. I love you. Alright? You gotta make me say it.
And here I thought we were going to be doing something.
I'm sorry, baby. Here, let me turn the thing off and I'll apologize. Okay?
Hello? Use the intercom up there if you can. Damn it. Is anyone there? Can either of you hear me? Is anyone up there? Quit screwing around and pick up. Anyone still alive up there? Come on, we need these doors open. Crap. Is this thing even on? Waiting if you can. So the two of you made it, huh? Well, brush the dust off and listen up. We have obviously been cut off, so I need you to do two things. First, I want you to keep looking for a way to open the rest of the doors down here. Otherwise, I'm not going anywhere. And second, try and dig up whatever you can about Jasper Cricks. You both got that? Yeah? You'd better. And tell Mathis not to get any bright ideas, or I will gut him myself.
Attention. Lockdown mode has been rescinded.
How can these things live in this kind of cold? That's bullshit. They aren't paying us enough to be poking through this scrappy.
After action report, Guard Bryant reporting. The shuttle bay techs were complaining about hearing some type of banging or scraping on the access doors, so we were sent to investigate. We headed to the surface and immediately engaged some indigenous creatures that had been burrowing through the ice. We managed to drive them off, but I'm certain they'll be back. Fortunately, our squad only suffered minor injuries. First we deal with all the maintenance issues at the lock, and now this. If this keeps
You
up,
hear that?
I'm gonna request a transfer.
Never mind. This place is starting to get to me. Looks like there's a guard tower overlooking the cell block.
We should check it out. Can you imagine how angry the prisoners were when they rioted?
So, have you changed your mind yet? Yeah, right. You saw it back there. Those things, whatever they were, they've probably ripped him to shreds by now. Did the job for us. And if they haven't, we can still handle the job. We just have to get our hands a little dirty. Wouldn't be the first time, am I right? Of all the people to get trapped here with, why the hell did I get stuck with you, huh? Fine, have it your way. So, now that we've made it to the guard tower, what's our next move, genius? Been in a few slams yourself, I see. Okay, I'll follow your lead.
report. Guard Bryant reporting. We got a tip from an inmate about some equipment being stolen from one of the supply rooms. We did a thorough sweep of the place and came up with 2 mining lasers and several power packs missing. After the alarm was raised, all of the inmates' cells were searched, but we turned up empty-handed. I have no idea how the inmates were able to get into that storage room and hide that gear without being picked up on camera. I'm starting to suspect that the inmates could be receiving help from some of the staff of this facility.
Those things are crawling right behind the walls. Ugh. get out of here, remind me to thank Delgado for hanging us out to dry. Was this an armory? Looks like they cleared this place out. Well, well, what do we have here? Give me a sec. This ought to come in handy. All right, let's keep moving.
It's been a couple months since my arrival at the lock, and the place is continuing to go downhill. We've been dealing with heating malfunctions, communications issues with the key, faulty electronics, and unpredictable surface conditions. How this place manages to function at all is anyone's guess. No one's bearing the brunt of this more than the inmates. Normally, I wouldn't give a damn about them, but this is downright inhumane. I'm starting to get nervous that we're going to have a riot on our hands if conditions don't improve.
Can't believe this is where the fleet started. It's history, man. Blows. me mind. Look at this dump. I can't imagine being stuffed down here. While we're picking through the trash, we might as well grab some good stuff for ourselves.
I'm on my second day at the lock, and I've already had a close call. Big fight broke out in C-Block, and Gillespie sent us in to break it up. Might have been half a dozen inmates. It was hard to tell. We almost had it under control when one of them stuck a shiv into my leg. Luckily, the other guards dragged me out of there before he finished the job. Seems like a genius to have designed this place. Didn't realize that the inmates would start carving weapons out of the permafrost. So now I'm cold, I'm tired, and my leg hurts like hell. Great way to start my first tour at this dump.
Looks like this was the Warden's office. They built the office right next to the shuttle bay.
Look out the window. I'm over here. ¿Qué carajos took you so long? Pick up on the intercom. ¿Qué carajos took you so long? Use the Warden's intercom near the window.
Warden Tom Gillespie. Authorization 12210. This is likely to be my final log recording. The riots that started in D Block have spilled into A, B, and C blocks. I've ordered everyone to fall back to the shuttle bay for evacuation. It was prisoner D03118, Jasper Crix, who led the revolt. His crew tunneled into the armory undetected, and then all hell broke loose. If the log is recovered, I urge the UC authorities to perform a full investigation, as Crix undoubtedly had help from the guards and the staff. I'm now heading to my personal escape shuttle and I'll try to jump out of the system. Wish me luck. Warden Gillespie, out.
Something because I am getting sick and tired of this place. I knew it! Everyone said I was out of my mind. But something told me we'd find the answers down here. Looks like I picked the right people for the job.
Yup, that's right. It was a team effort all the way. We had each other's backs the whole time, Del.
Is that madness? Tell him to shut up so I can think.
Yeah, sorry, Del. You go right ahead.
Okay. Now all we have to do is find a way off of this planet. Let me see. Here we go. I'm looking at schematics for the lock, and I don't think there's a way to get you back to the surface from there. But I can open the outer doors to the shuttle bay and let you fly one of the shuttles down there directly up to the key. Good answer. You're learning fast. Okay, let me see. One of these probably opens the door.
Shuttle bay activated. Initiating decryption process. Please stand by.
Yup, it's got it. Might take a while though. Those bay doors have not been opened in almost a century. You have done a hell of a job, Rook. We will talk when you get back to the key.
Hey, look, well, I wanted to thank you for not being a jerk and hounding all the glory on this run. What? No, no way. But, well, now that you mention it, look, about all that killing Delgado stuff, why don't we just forget about everything that I said? You know, like it never happened. Yeah, of course, don't worry, I'm good for it. Now, let's get the heck out of here.
Yeah?
Bulked grog is fine if you like cheap moonshine. Give me an Ernie Brown Nova and I'm good.
There you are. The hell took you so long?
It's about time. I was about to fly down and loot your bodies.
Not now, neighbor. Well, you said you found something. Hand it over. That's it? Just one slate? After losing so much of our crew, it better be a map with a big red X on it. Well, I'll be damned. Legacy wasn't referring to Crix's fortune. It's the name of an actual ship. A Galbank transport probably loaded with credits.
Never heard any stories about a Gal Bank ship going down. And even if it had happened, it would have been picked clean years ago.
No, neighbor. Think. If Galbank covered it up, and over time, the location was eventually forgotten, it wouldn't be on anyone's radar. Okay, this changes things. Now that we know what we are looking for, we have to narrow the search. Well, that is not necessarily true. Let us start with what we know. It was a Galbank ship, which means the company is going to have records of where it went down. Neva, weren't you working on a deal with Rokov? Something about a big-wig charity event on one of Trident's Starliners?
Are you serious? I've been working on that gig for 3 months. That's my score.
Ay, Dios mío. Will you shut up about your score and think for a second? That Starliner has a Galbank VIP suite aboard, which means... Come on, Neva. This isn't hard.
Which means a Gal Bank exec will be aboard. We grab their credentials and get ourselves into the Gal Bank archives in New Atlantis. Holy shit, that might actually work. I'll send a message to Rokov right away.
Pack your bags, Rook. You're going on vacation. And since you've earned it, take this gun with you. Might come in handy when Rokov screws everything up as usual. Good, because that is exactly what you are going to be doing. Neva and I are too well known to walk around the Starliner without being recognized. If Trident security spotted us, it'd be over. I need you to board that ship, make contact with Rokov, and get me those credentials. You'd better. Oh, before you leave, I wanted you to know that I took what you said about Mathis into consideration, and I've decided to let him join the fleet. Because you're the one that finished the job. You followed orders, and you put your neck on the block to get that data to the key. As far as Mathis goes, I'm sure you had to drag him through the lock and prevent him from doing something as stupid. We'll see. That's it then. Next stop for you is Rokov Starliner, the Siren of the Stars. And remember, Rokov does not need to know anything about Grixis legacy. For now, it's just between us. Now get out of here.
Hey, Rook, before you head out, I need to have a word with you. Meet me at the last Nova after you wrap things up with Mathis.
Idiot. Have any last questions about the job? Ask them now.